Alrighty, welcome back. We are on episode number 17 of Divinity Original Sin Part 2, the Definitive Edition. Last episode, we witnessed the death of Magister Atuza at the hands of Dallas, the Hammer, Bishop Alexander's right-hand woman. And after that, we went up to Eunice here and informed her that Atuzo will not be coming to help her, that she is dead, but that didn't seem to really do much other than her to complain. There wasn't any reward or resolution really of what that was supposed to be about, but anyway. Then we came into the front gate here of Fort Joy, and there was an encounter here in the center with Ifan, an elf named Elodie, and a couple of other sorcerers. Hina, I think, and Burrow. They were shaking down the elf, trying to get her to pay up some food, I guess, to the camp boss Griff. I guess he runs the place. Anyway, she was refusing to do that. We intervened on her behalf, which led to a couple of different outcomes, but we chose to put an end to the menace in finality. Then we followed Elodie down to here, where she said there is a place to rest. A hidden place to stay safe, I think is what she said. And while we were there, we met a dog over here named Buddy, and we spoke to him. He ends up digging up a key for us and getting us some information about his mate, Emmy, but I'm pretty sure that's a bug encounter. So I didn't do that. We reloaded. We're going to come back to that encounter when we have some raw meat or some type of meat in our inventory. So we're going to go head back in now and talk to Ifan. That he should be free now that we have that encounter dealt with. Okay. Canna and Burrow, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and give him a talking to.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down and casually wipes some blood from his cheek. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
So he's happy we intervened here, and I suppose he's happy that we killed them?
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Look askance at his outstretched hand, smile, and reach out a hand to shake his.
He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it, hard.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
Alright. There is no time for idle chit-chat. Turn and walk away. This is no time for idle chit-chat. Turn and walk away. So you're pretty comfortable here. Sun, sea, and sand. This is the good life. You're keen to get out of here. What does he think that'll happen? How does he think that'll happen? An errand. Tell him that sounds slippier than a void-woken eel. Say the thugs were afraid when he mentioned lone wolves. What are they? And then elf. Ask why he wanted to save that elf from the thugs. Let's do that.
I didn't like the look in their eyes. Sure you didn't either.
Remember, I think he was raised with elves. He definitely defended the elves during whatever war happened in their homeland.
He smiles broadly and looks away. You're not sure, but you could swear he just winked at you.
Hmm. Alright.
Is that indigestion or is it... Oh gods, not now.
They the thugs were afraid when he mentioned the lone wolf. When he mentioned lone wolves, what are they?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job.
Hello? You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Okay. See, you're pretty comfortable here. Sun, sea, and sand. This is the good life.
He gazes around admiringly at the decrepit surroundings in which you find yourselves.
Funny girl. Stick around a while. That'll change. 2 heads are better than 1. And when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
Nod, shake your head, hesitate.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
What was that he was saying about Nerd?
Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling.
Shrug. We all do what we have to do to survive. Frown, whatever this errand is, you're sure you disapprove. Ask who he's here to kill. Okay. So we are inferring that he is here to kill somebody. Shrug. We all do what we have to do to survive. Not sure which way to go on this one. Let's try the shrug first. We all do what we have to do to survive.
That's the truth. For me, for you, for everyone in this place. Why not help each other?
Okay. Let's go ahead back and see what happens when we actually call him out on what we think. Ask who he's here to kill.
He shoots you a flinty look, all teeth and peril.
Lone wolves only share such information with friends. Are we going to be friends?
Not shake your head.
No harm having a friend in this place. One hand washes the other and all that. Trust me, there'll be plenty of filth to wash off around here. But suit yourself.
Relent. Tell Ifan you'd like to stick together. For now, tell Ifan you'd prefer to make your own way.
Like I said, suit yourself. If you change your mind, you know where I am.
Okay.
Back so soon? Changed your mind about teaming up?
You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Hit your head and take your leave. Steed, and tell Ifan you'd like to work together to escape.
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need?
Alright, let's see what a wayfarer is. Say his wayfarer skills sound useful. You'd like him to focus on those.
Can do. Onwards?
Nod, that settles it. See you've changed your mind.
Sure. Think it up. We've got all the time in the world to rot in here.
Alright, say his wayfarer skills sound useful. You'd like him to focus on those.
Can do. Onwards?
Nod, that settles it.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Alright, so now we have another tutorial message. So, away from this mess. Advanced party management. Split the party by dragging their portraits away from one another, breaking the chain that connects them. Create groups in your party by dragging those portraits together. Alright, let's see what Ifan is. 13 finesse, 12 intelligence. Wayfarer has 1 geomancer, 2 huntsmen. Okay, we don't have any geomancers, so that's kind of nice. Huntsman. Bartering. That's nice. We don't have any bartering. Okay. Bartering, huh? Okay. We may keep that. We'll go ahead and give that a savey poo. And load up and see. We'll compare that to a flat-out ranger. So he's defaulting as marksman, so let's try to keep him that way. But let's listen to what he has to say here. Actually, we'll have to listen to this anyway. Yeah. Alright, say you're interested in someone with an affinity for the arcane arts. Ask if he knows much magic.
What good's an outlaw who can't command the shadows? I've dabbled enough to know I've an affinity for the darker arts, but I'm a quick learner. What's your preference?
Say you've changed your mind.
Sure. Think it up. We've got all the time in the world to rot in here.
Say you're interested in someone with a little muscle. Ask if he has any martial experience.
Too much, you might say. I can make them bleed any which way you want. Which is?
Oh, I don't feel
Alright.
so good.
Say you've changed your mind.
Sure. Think it up. We've got all the time in the world to rot in here.
Say you're interested in someone with a little finesse. Ask if he's comfortable in the dexterous arts.
Dexterous arts? What are you looking for exactly? A tapestry embroiderer?
Okay, let's save this one here. Say you're looking for someone who can strike from a distance with a bow or crossbow. A ranger would do.
Can do. Onwards.
Nod. That settles it.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Okay. Alright, if you'd been mezzed. As a ranger, what are we doing with you? So he gets wits this time, and finesse. Wits and finesse. He gets more huntsman and a pyrokinetic. Okay. Pyrokinetic. Okay. And then he gets bartering from a talent and lucky charm. Okay. So he gets thrifty, ingenious, and arrow recovery. No, not load. Save. Save. Okay, I didn't look at what he picked up when we did that. So thrifty. So he's gonna be lucky charm. So this is the Wayfarer. The Wayfarer picks up Pet Pal. So he's getting ingenious and thrifty, I guess, from being human. So he's getting thrifty no matter what. So he gets arrow recovery instead of Pet Pal with the pure Ranger. And he doesn't get Geomancer, he gets Pyrokinetic. And instead of Lucky Charm, he gets all bartering. I don't really want to waste a Pet Pal on it. I really don't. So I think we will make him. Let's go back to this one. I think we'll keep him as the Ranger. Yeah, this is the Ranger. Okay. So, Wits, Finesse, 2 Huntsmen, 1 Pyrokinetic, 1 Barter, 2 Lucky Charm, Air Recovery, Ingenious, and Thrifty. Okay, we already know that. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's take a look at his quest. Let's see these. Alright. Ifan bin Mezd learned the details of Ifan's contract. The old lone wolf assassin Ifan joined me in Fort Joy. He has business here. I should ask him about it. Alright, let's ask old Ifan about it.
I'd say we're making good progress already, no?
Tell him you're glad you went back for him when the ship was sinking.
I am too, I must say. Good to know someone's got your back when the going's tough.
Tell Ifan you're a bit lost in Fort Joy. What does he think we should do now?
Well, I've got a contract to complete. After that, getting the hell out of Fort Misery seems the best option. I figure we track down my inside man, and then we take it from there.
Alright. Wonder about that little errand he mentioned. Who exactly is Ifan here to kill?
Ifan shrugs off his backpack and reaches into its depths. After rummaging around, he holds out a tattered page to you, upon which you can see a broken wax seal in the shape of a wolf's paw.
Have a read of my contract and find out.
Okay, Bin Mezd. Your target is none other than Divine Bishop Alexander, leader of the Divine Order. How about that? Get close and show our benefactor why the Silver Claw is the most feared among all the lone wolves. For some aid with your mission, seek Magister Boris in the ghetto. Speak our motto, Glekal Dumar, to identify yourself. May the moon light your tracks. Roost Anlon.
So, time to find this Boris fellow.
Alright, time to find the Boris fellow. Alright, Lone Wolf contract. A contract for the killing of Divine Bishop Alexander. Okay. Okay, so Ifan gets a fire arrow, a knockdown arrow, and another backpack item. Okay. So, let's leave him the backpack. He can have that for arrows. That can go here. Alright. Oh, we have to talk to Ifan. I didn't notice that.
Ah, you've read my contract. What does that look in your eye mean?
Scoff. He's facing down an impossible task. Beam with excitement and say, "We're killing Alexander." Tell him it means you don't want a killer in your party. Smirk and wonder what would happen if you were to tell a magister. Say that you don't want to talk about it. Interesting. Smirk and wonder what would happen if you were to tell a magister.
He stares at you, face cold as graveyard clay. Despite yourself, you shiver.
You wouldn't want to do a thing like that.
Suddenly he smiles, expression thawing to something approximating warmth. He reaches out and squeezes your shoulder.
And I know you won't. You'll be helping me, right?
Okay. No, I wonder how much that decision there has when it impacts his attitude. You know, that's something I just noticed that they didn't put back in, didn't put in this game. When you hovered over your companions and NPCs in part 1, it showed you their attitude towards you. I'd like to see that now. I wonder if we gain or lose attitude depending on that choice. Alright, I guess there's only one way to figure that out. Nod, it won't be easy, but you'll help. Raise your eyebrows. So you'll watch him succeed from a distance. From a safe distance. Tell him he's crazy. You don't want to travel together after all. Nod, it won't be easy, but you'll help.
Good to know. And likewise, with whatever errands of your own you have.
Alright, so his attitude is 15. It doesn't seem like that would have impacted it. What's their attitudes now? I mean, after talking to them. Look, I have a much higher attitude with Ifan than the Red Prince. And so I guess I've selected something, right? Or maybe it's just because we got the fight going on. Alright. So Ifan been mezzed. Speak with Master Boris. Ifan's target is Alexander himself. His contact is a Master Boris. Okay, so we know his attitude towards us is 15 right now. Okay. So let's save that. Let's go back and pick one of the least or less confrontational replies there and see if that does have an impact on his attitude. Beam with excitement and say, "We're killing Alexander."
He raises an eyebrow and folds his arms, appraising you.
Me, not you. It's my contract.
Well, this seems like a worse response.
But you can come along for the ride.
Alright, Nan, it won't be easy, but you'll help.
Good to know. And likewise, with whatever errands of your own you have.
Okay. Did that have an impact? Oh, it did have an impact. Oh, how about that? Okay. Wow, okay. So, you just not going to... Oh, wait. Is there a way to tell that it happened within the conversation? Alright, so... Alright, I wonder. Okay, so we know he wants this. Beam with excitement and say we're killing Alexander.
He raises an eyebrow and folds his arms, appraising you.
Me, not you. It's my contract. But you can come along for the ride.
Okay, now you don't see it, but what if I save it here and reload it right there? No. Okay. Alright, maybe it's just... Now, obviously, this choice had an impact because it was 15 after I was done when I chose the other one. Or, you know, I threatened that I could turn him into the Masters. So, obviously, that choice, the one being with excitement and say we're killing Alexander, is a positive choice. But we can't tell. Not, it won't be easy, but you'll help.
Good to know. And likewise, with whatever errands of your own you have.
Alright, try this one more time. We'll save it here. Reload this conversation. There it is. See that? Attitude, Yavanal Banry, +3. So you don't see it, but it's secretly doing it. But you're able to cheese the conversation, more or less, by saving it before you hit end and reloading the conversation. That's, to me, that's a bug. They should not have allowed that to happen unless they intended that to happen all the time. And then if that case, it should have had your attitude was affected after whatever choice it was affected, and let you see, oh, you selected that +1, +2, or -1, -2, etc. So that's how you can tell if you actually are getting attitude from a conversation. Save it before you end it and reload it. It's kind of crazy. Anyway. So, speak with Magister Boris. Ifan's target is Alexander himself. His contract is Magister Boris. Alright, let's give him another.
Soon as I saw that glint in your eye, I knew we'd make a solid team.
So you're curious about him. Can you ask him a question?
He freezes and shoots you a wary glance, looking for all the world like a wild animal caught in the lantern light of a racing carriage.
Well, why not? Go ahead.
Eyeing his hand resting casually on his weapon, ask how many contracts Ifan has fulfilled.
Ifan begins counting on his fingers and muttering to himself. This goes on for quite some time.
43, give or take.
Good to know. Nod non-committedly. Raise your eyebrows and tell him that's far more people than you've killed. Is that all? Boast that you've killed many more than that. So, to me, Ifan doesn't seem like he boasts of his kills. It doesn't even seem like he enjoys the kills. To him, it's just a job, and that's that. He's seen all that cruelty associated with the destruction of the elves, and, you know, he's become like, whatever, you know, that's his attitude now. It's like, whatever. I don't think he derives enjoyment from him, so boasting would be probably bad. This, assuming that he's, that you've killed far more people, that he's killed far more people than you've killed, I don't know. I don't think he would take kind to that. We're just gonna go good to know. Nod non-committedly.
Indeed. That's pretty much how I feel about it too. What else do you want to know?
Alright, so... Oh, look at this. So it shows you that we picked up one attitude this time. That's weird, and I didn't load it or resave it. And I didn't have a choice to select. All I did was enter the conversation, so it had nothing to do with what I selected. Alright, tell him you've noticed he moves with a bearing of a soldier. Did he serve? Okay, so we said good to know, non-committally, and he actually did say indeed. That's pretty much how I feel about it too, so we're pretty much on target. Alright, so tell him you've noticed he moves with the bearing of a soldier. Did he serve?
That I did. In Lucian's own army.
Ifan was in the order. Ask him if he has any tips on how to fight them. Wonder how he can aim to kill the son of the divine he served. Look around and say he must feel very proud of how the divine order turned out. Marvel, how did one of Lucian's own end up as a lone wolf? How awkward. Change the subject. Alright, well, I kind of want to go with this one, but I like this one too. Let's go. Marvel, how did one of Lucian's own end up as a lone wolf?
He presses his lips tightly together and looks away. There's a coldness in his eyes you haven't seen until now.
There's a reason I don't wear order garb anymore. But let's talk about those old days another time.
Press it. You want to talk about those days now? Yeah, that's probably bad. Nod, you understand not wanting to talk about the past.
Thanks for understanding. Now, let's keep moving.
Let's talk about those old days. So we got +1 there. So it doesn't seem the attitude that we picked up has anything to do with the choices that we made. Unless somehow it's reporting the attitude gain above instead of below. So since we chose Nod, you understand not wanting to talk about the past, it applied it to the statement above it, which would mean that good to know, Nod non-committedly added 1 to that. So that means the Marvel statement was the wrong statement, the way I'm seeing this. Alright, so let's try that. Let's see what happens. If Anne was in the order, ask if he has any tips on how to fight them.
Yeah. Stay out of their way. From the rank and file to the top brass, they're as ruthless as the wildest lone wolf. But the difference? A wolf never tries to hide what he truly is. There's a reason I don't wear order garb anymore. But I don't like to talk about those days.
Alright, Nod, you understand not wanting to talk about the past.
Thanks for understanding. Now, let's keep moving.
Okay. Okay, that's the same one. Let's see. That's pretty much one of this one. So no, it doesn't look like... I wonder if there is a correct answer there. Alright, so if we save this, let's just double check this part now. If we reload it right at that same spot. Okay. So it does still show just the 2. Alright, I may play with this one here just to see if it's if every menu, like every set of selections does have the ability to give 1 or lose 1. Okay. So we know this didn't do it and this didn't do it. What if we just say how awkward and change the subject? Oh, that just gets you out of the conversation completely. And that means you lose the ability to get the other one. Okay, so no, you can't do that. So then, wonder how he can aim to kill the son of the divine he serves.
A contract is a contract. Lone wolves don't ask questions, we just do the work. Besides, not like Alexander is a delicate little innocent now, is it? You've seen his work.
He presses his lips tightly together and looks away. There's a coldness in his eyes you haven't seen until now.
There's a reason I don't wear order garb anymore. But let's talk about those old days another time.
Nod, you understand. Let's press him this time. Press him. You want to talk about those days now.
Drop it.
Okay, so now... See? Okay, so it added it to the above statement. Okay, so we pressed him and he did not like being pressed. -1. So it does add it to the above statement. Okay. But this time... this one here shows it below it now. Man, that's weird how they're doing this. I don't see anything associated with the other one, though. So maybe you can't get an attitude on every step. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Look around and say he must feel very proud of how the Divine Order turned out.
He presses his lips tightly together and looks away. There's a coldness in his eyes you haven't seen until now.
There's a reason I don't wear order garb anymore. But let's talk about those old days another time.
Nah, do you understand not wanting to talk about the past?
Thanks for understanding. Now, let's keep moving.
Okay. So no, it's not every single response has something to say. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder why sometimes it actually reports it in the text and sometimes it doesn't. Alright, so then, I think he was most receptive to this one, though. If Anne was in the order, ask if he has any tips on how to fight them.
Yeah. Stay out of their way. From the rank and file to the top brass, they're as ruthless as the wildest lone wolf. But the difference? A wolf never tries to hide what he truly is. There's a reason I don't wear order garb anymore. But I don't like to talk about those days.
Alright, nod. You understand not wanting to talk about the past.
Thanks for understanding. Now, let's keep moving.
Okay. Alright. Interesting.
I'd say we're making good progress already, no?
So you're curious about him. Can you ask him a question?
If you must.
Alright, one sorcerer to another. Wonder what Ifan thinks of the Divine Order.
Not much, I'll tell you that. Why? What do you think of them?
Say that their methods are harsh, but you believe they have good intentions. Tell him that you're fairly sure the Divine Order are not on your side. Mutter that the Void would be too good for the lot of them. Shrug whatever you think. You're stuck here with them now. Soldier, say that you feel for the common soldier, but you have no love for the top brass.
You and me both, sister. But I'll not let the poor grunts keep me locked up to spare their feelings. Come on, let's poke around and see if we can sniff out some blind spots in their surveillance.
So we got +1 there. Okay. Alright, that's cool.
Soon as I saw that glint in your eye, I knew we'd make a solid team.
So you're curious about him. Can you ask him a question?
Ivan shakes his head, smiling down at the ground.
I think you know enough about me for now. Let's talk more later, when we've made some more progress.
Escaping is thirsty work. Often offer Ifan a drink from your pack.
Seeming surprised, Ivan gladly takes the drink from your hands and downs a hefty glug.
Alright, we're glugging it.
Ah, that hit the spot.
I sure did.
He holds the flagon out to you.
Accept and take a glug. Decline. You want to keep your wits about you for the moment. Decline. Tell Ifan that you don't drink. Accept and take a glug.
The alcohol hits you like the void itself. Your head spins and your feet feel unsteady. Suddenly, being stuck in a prison ruled by the despotic order doesn't strike you as the worst way to spend time.
This reminds me of sharing Rotgut with Roost and the boys back at camp. Wish they weren't so far. So tell me, if we weren't stuck here, what would you be doing with your time?
Shrug. You'd like an adventure. Tell him nothing would make you more happy. Tell him nothing would make you happier than farming a small plot of land. Say that you'd quite fancy plying trade in a bustling city. Tell him you've always wanted a family. Soldier, tell him you'd be marching to war. Oh. Okay, let's try that.
Not what I'd choose for myself, but you do you. Relic of flame. That brew went straight to my bladder. If you'll excuse me.
Okay. So our soldier... Okay. Okay. He wasn't really impressed with us accepting the glug. Alright, so let's not do the soldier one. Let's try to find a positive response and see if that helps us. Alright, let's go with tell him you've always wanted a family.
A worthy dream, friend. A very worthy dream.
He likes that one.
Relic of flame. That brew went straight to my bladder. If you'll excuse me.
But it did not affect... Did not affect it, seemingly. Okay. Alright, let's double check that. So if we save that here, reload, and see if it did it on like a stealthy update. No. Okay. Alright, if that's the case, we'll go with the soldier one. We are an elf soldier, destined for battle. Soldier, tell him you'd be marching to war.
Not what I'd choose for myself, but you do you. Relic of flame. That brew went straight to my bladder. If you'll excuse me.
Alright.
I'd say we're making good progress already now.
Okay. So...
Ivan smiles and salutes at you.
On take your leave. Okay. Salute. I get saluted to. We've already read his camp. Okay, let's take a look at his stuff again. Alright, so we have elemental arrows. So we've read all these already though. So we're gonna put that over there. It's a buff. Okay, peace of mind. So peace of mind. Target gains clear-minded, which increases strength, finesse, and intelligence by 1, and wits by 2. Removes blinded, terrified, charmed. taunted, sleeping, enraged, and mad. So it seems like you might want to hold this off just in case you need to use it, but the fact that it increases those stats right off the bat, you're going to want to do this right off the bat no matter what. Especially the wits on melee for the for anything that hits physical, because that's going to help you with your crit chance. And yeah, okay. Not bad. Alright, so peace of mind. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and talk to him again.
I'd say we're making good progress already, no?
Say you'd like to venture on alone, for now at least.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
I am certain.
His eyebrows shoot up, and a wry smile crosses his lips.
Can't say I'm not sorry to see you go, but you'll be alright. You seem to have the hang of this place. Good luck out there. Might be we'll see each other further down the road.
Alright, he's going to take a walk. And why he didn't go the other way, right to a spot, doesn't make any sense to me. So then he pops off the map. So we'll take Fane over this way. Okay, he's not there. He popped up over here, okay. So he's up here.
I'm not talking to the likes of you, buddy. Someone with a bit more authority, rather.
Alright, recruiting companions. Some characters prefer to talk to your avatar. If the avatar is near, the conversation will start with them automatically. And I'm pretty sure we saw that tutorial message already. Alright. Not talking to the likes of us. Okay, so now let's bring in our lizard.
Oh, Dallas, you maniac.
Dallas, you maniac. Alright.
I'm not talking to the likes of you, buddy. Someone with a bit more authority, rather.
Okay, so if they didn't have a personalized reading, I thought that would be different for every companion.
Back so soon? Changed your mind about teaming up?
The seed, and tell Ifan you'd like to work together to escape.
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Okay, these guys. And now, let's go over and talk to Lucy. 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 Who knows? Actually,
Stay down, you!
let's click on this thing. Shrine to the Divine.
The shrine depicts Lucy and the Divine, avatar of the 7 gods.
Squint and notice a button you hadn't seen before. Press its worn surface. I don't want to do that yet. Bow your head and offer a silent prelusion. Scoff at the shine's presence in this desperate place.
It does not react.
Shrine. By the looks of it.
Is that indigestion or is it... Oh gods, not now.
The shrine depicts Lucy and the Divine, avatar of the 7 gods.
Bow your head and offer a silent prayer delusion.
A low, resonant vibration hums somewhere deep within you. Your knees buckle. The hum grows louder, the world tilts and fades.
Okay. Who is this?
Stay down, you!
This is new. Waltz. What is she doing?
Mummy's right here. Where are you?
She's gone, Farah. Gone!
She's trying to have a conversation.
Where is he?
She's trying to have another conversation, and it's not happening. Crap. Why did that not happen? What is she doing? Stingtail, Hildy, Camp.
Ain't fit for
Phosphorus.
beasts.
She went over here somewhere. So I wonder what made her path that way, because she wasn't doing that. Nusi. Butter.
If a magister finds this on you, you forget my name, here?
Got it.
Alright, I'm gonna sit around and see if she passed that way again. But clearly she had a conversation point that did not trigger. Probably because those two were in the middle of talking to each other. But it looked like she stopped by the guy when he was talking. So I can see why it wouldn't trigger there. But then she went directly to the woman. And the woman wasn't speaking at that point. Neither was the guy. So it looked like she should have got it. Okay, so she's not coming back. Somehow getting close to here triggered it, but I have to get closer over here.
More rations, these.
Where's there more rations, these? I would have to get closer to here for her to come back, I guess.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
Got it.
Alright, you know what? I wonder if I just dip my head in there a little bit. Where am I at? Oh, maybe I just need to get closer altogether. Okay, now I see her.
Worse than war rations, these.
Okay.
So quickly, we find source so dangerous. What in his death caused it? So Voidwoken are attracted to source. But why? When another divine
Ain't fit for beasts.
You forget my name, here?
Take your coin then.
Alright, so yes, there she goes. Where's she at? Now she's heading over there somewhere. What is she doing? Waltz. Laszlo. She's going over to him. She tried to have a conversation with him and didn't have it. Rezik. So something's bugged.
Don't tell
Something's
anyone where
bugged.
you got this, eh?
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Good.
So something's bugged in this NPC's script.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Alright, we're gonna watch her try to go back to the other two, I think. So this is like the matched her on the Merryweather, who was trying to path. He had 3 different conversations that had to get triggered in specific ways.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
Keep it down, will you?
So her conversation points here can't trigger if something else is going on.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
or it's completely bugged, and when she gets there, she tries to have a conversation and it just won't play. God damn it, man. These fucking game. I wonder how many bug fucking things I've encountered that I don't even know is a bug.
Ain't fit for beasts.
But this one clearly is what's going on. She's trying to go over there and have a
You
conversation.
gonna pray all day, buddy?
Of course, there could be something that I need to do first in order for her, like, to trigger it, but I don't think so. I think she should be saying it right when she sees him. So there she goes. Tries to have the conversation, then just walks straight away.
Irma, where are you, darling?
Fire up. She ain't coming back.
Yeah, you know what? I am going to end the episode here, and
Stay down, you!
yeah, let's go out here. I'm going to end the episode here, and dig into that, what I'm seeing there, because it seems to me that's bugged. Alright, see you on the next one. Later.